And action.
Hello!
Wow, another episode, guys. We took like a week break. We're so sorry, but we do hope you missed us dearly.
Because I missed this. I will say that my week last week it felt off because of the fact that we didn't record last week.
Really?
It did. I'm serious. Like
Aww.
Wednesday rolled around and around like 8 o'clock, I just had like this feeling and I kept looking at the clock and I was like, wait, we're taking a little off week this week.
Yeah. Honestly, like we didn't even talk about it. We just like kind of did it.
Yeah.
Because I think I was in town, but I know you had like a stressful week, and I was
Yes.
like not. Yeah. Just
Yeah,
is
and
what
then
it
you
is.
just came back from vacation, so like, you have the vacation blues for like a day or two.
Yes.
I
Immediate
figured like,
depression.
yeah, I think it was Wednesday that you got back, wasn't it?
Yeah, or Tuesday, but I had food poisoning, dude, so I probably like wouldn't have even
Sick.
wanted to. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, kale salad. Never eating kale again.
Oh no.
And I
Where
mean
did
that.
where did you get it wholeheartedly? Where did you get it from?
Oh, a Mexican restaurant. Why was I eating a kale salad? Yeah.
Well, that's your fault then. No,
I have
I'm
a lot
just
of
kidding.
questions.
I'm
No,
just
literally, what was I thinking?
Um,
I now let me explain my thought process. I was at the beach with my friend. We were literally eating PB&Js, frozen pizzas, French
yeah.
fries, like the whole nine the entire week. We go out to eat one time, and I was like, "What about like a crunchy like kale?" So it
Ooh.
had like a
Mm.
lemon vinaigrette with
Ooh.
like these little cotija cheese
Ooh.
cubes and like cherry
Ooh.
tomatoes and like
Yum.
some shaved like something or another. Oh, it tasted delicious, but like I started getting a headache at dinner. Like
Oh
as and for
no.
me, like that's how my food poisoning originates, is always with like a throbbing headache.
Oh no.
And it started at dinner. I'm like, that is wild. It happened so quick.
Right.
But luckily I don't have like a fear. Like I know you have a fear of like throwing up and everything.
I do.
Doesn't bother me at all. So like I just, pull trick. It is what it
Oh
is. Oh yeah. I mean,
God.
to feel better, when I'm down bad, I'm on my knees praying to God, I will never sin again. If you please relieve this throbbing in my freaking head right now, God, if you would.
I will suffer.
Oh. I don't, like,
I
have you ever
will.
had food poisoning?
Not the front end. I've had it via back end.
Oh, you're
So,
so lucky that it's like only one way.
yeah, but it's like it's except for the fact that we're gonna okay.
Am I really lucky though?
Or am I really lucky though? We're gonna get a little TMI here. When your butthole starts to burn, that's when that's when that's when you start rebuking your entire life.
Yeah.
That's when you start repenting of your sins. I'm so serious. Like it's just when it gets to the point where it's like, what more can come out?
Hmm.
I'm shooting out hot lava. That's when it gets a little intense. And that's when I'm like, please, the rapture can happen at any second. I want to be taken out. Like,
Mm.
Jesus, please come back and save me from my misery.
Hmm. That reminds me, have you ever drank like a smooth move tea? Like
A what?
a laxative tea almost?
No, no, ma'am. I have
Oh
not.
my gosh.
No, ma'am.
There's a tea, it's called Smooth Move because it's supposed to help you have like a smooth
Love
movement
that.
in the bowels.
Mm.
And it feels like actual fire coming out. Like it is, there's nothing smooth about it. They work
Battery
a
acid.
100%. Oh yes, they work 100%, but your stomach is getting knocked out of the frame. I mean, you are
Perfect.
clenching onto the rails on the side of the toilet like
You're
you.
stripping down naked
Yes, you're
because you're
sweating.
sweating.
Yep.
Yep.
Literally. It's
There it
crazy.
is.
It's like for me, it's everybody's body is different, but like for me at the 12-hour mark is when it hits. So like you have to prepare when you drink this tea,
Okay.
that like you have to give some time. Now my mom drank it one time and gave it about like 8 hours or so, like had a good night's sleep and then got on a flight.
Judy.
Oh, they were on the runway. She was in the bathroom. Oh yeah. Oh,
Bless
she
her.
was.
Oh,
Mhm.
bless
All
her
passengers,
heart.
please back to your seats. My mom's not listening.
This is my seat.
She let.
I'm sad. Like this is my seat.
Literally, like, oh my
Respectfully.
gosh, I can't imagine like what she was feeling. But if y'all ever want to laugh, go look at the Amazon reviews for like Smooth Move tea and like people's commentary because it works. If you're looking for a laxative,
I need
just
to bring
saying.
that on a vacation because you know me. Sophia knows this about me. Whenever she comes to my house or whenever I am anywhere besides my home, I cannot poop whatsoever.
Amazing.
My mind is like, you are not home. You are not in the comfort of your own home. So you are not going to go to the bathroom. Literally, no matter what I do, no matter how much dairy I eat, no matter how much coffee I drink, at this point, I could just be drinking straight cream, heavy cream, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Oh
And it
my
drives me
gosh.
and it makes me so physically uncomfortable because like, you know, not pooping for a few days, it hurts a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you just feel absolutely awful and atrocious. So I may have to get some smooth move tea
Dude,
next
it
time I go
works.
on vacation.
Yes, it do.
Yeah, do.
Oh my gosh, how have you been?
Do
Be
you know what else
honest.
works? Do you know what else works?
Oh.
Following our Instagram.
Oh. I should have thought of that.
Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.
Yeah,
Hey.
girl.
Whoop,
Hey.
whoop. We're moving up in the world. Latest
Yeah,
BS.
you know what, Brittany? I meant to tell you this. We are like so close to getting monetized on YouTube.
Nuh-uh.
We're like 50 watch hours away.
Ooh,
And you
hi.
have to have 3,000. So we have like
Slay.
we're so close.
Okay.
I know. A couple more cents in the old bank account every
Hey,
month.
I'll take it.
Mhm.
I'll take it.
I know, I forgot to tell you that, but I've been like secretly watching it like
Oh,
as we yeah, we're so
nice.
close, dude.
Nice. I need
Mm-hmm.
to do that. I need to rewatch our pod when I like get ready in the morning for work
Yeah, girl.
or something. Because I honestly just be doom scrolling constantly.
I know another one of my friends like deleted all their social media. I say another, but I feel like it's more common recently for people to be like, I need a break. Like, I
Yep.
can't. I went to Snapchat her like a picture of her cat and like actual like physical cat. And I felt like I had to like really make sure everyone knows that. And
My mind went to like meow cat.
okay, good.
Perfect.
And her Snapchat was gone. So I'm like, "What's up?" And then she's like, "Yeah, dude, like the comparison game is just like eating me alive recently. Like I deleted Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, like I only have Facebook." I
Oh,
was like, "You know what? I respect that."
I love that. I couldn't do it.
There
Probably
was
won't.
a time in college where I didn't have Instagram. I don't know. I think I was having like a comparison moment really bad, which is crazy
Yep.
because social media wasn't even as big as it is now, and I was already kind of
Mhm.
feeling like that. And I had no following. I had no TikTok at this point. But I remember like moving my Instagram app off of my homepage and into like another folder, like somewhere far away.
Oh.
And I just did not check Instagram for an entire month. I now couldn't dream of it.
No.
Couldn't
Now,
and,
like-
and you know where my Instagram app still is? In that folder all the way at like the back of my thing. I never took it out.
Now all you got to do is just scroll
Yep.
down and just like
IN.
yep. Literally. I love that. I feel
Yeah.
that though. I really do. I'm like this close to deleting Snapchat. I just
You hardly ever
don't-
use it anyways,
I
right?
don't use it, dude. I don't use it at this point. Like, at this point, I just use it for a streak. And yes, I do still have a streak.
With who?
One of my like very good best friends, Everett, our Snapchat streak is like, I'm surprised we didn't get one of those little memos that's like, congrats, you have one of the longest going streaks.
How long?
2,651 days.
Shut up. I never
Literally
knew this.
every morning, it's just he'll send me a picture of his coffee mug and I'll send one of my forehead in bed, and that's it.
Oh my god.
That's it. And now it's like every once in a while, like he'll send me a Snapchat and like to actually like talk to me and speak to me. But other than that, it's just a picture. And at this point, it's just to see how far we can take it.
Yeah.
So I think that's the only reason I haven't deleted Snapchat. That's the only reason.
Do you have like a bunch of memories saved on your Snapchat?
I mean, yeah, I do, but it's like it's mostly pictures and like videos of with my exes. So
Okay.
it's not like I keep them for the memories. It's like when I was dating a guy and I actively used Snapchat so much.
I know.
So I would save everything, and now I just like have these memories pop up every time that I open Snapchat and I go over to my memories because like the little red dot shows up and I go and click on it and it's a jump scare. It's like me and the ex. I'm like, yikes. I'm like, let me just move on.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how Snapchat like phased out for us as we got older because there was a time where I couldn't imagine
Yep.
not doing my streaks.
Mm-hmm.
And my little brother, like he still is Snapchat obsessed. Like that generation is still like they only talk on
Oh,
Snapchat
I know.
sometimes. Like
They yeah. It's like, what's your snap? What's
I
your
was
snap?
telling him the other day, I was like, Ian, do you know that there was a time in my ripe age that I am at one point we could Google www.snapchat.com slash whoever's username it was, John F. Beatrice or whatever, and search, and it would bring up a web page with John's top 3 best friends.
Yep.
And then you could look at John's 3 best friends. Oh, Caroline's on there. That's interesting. What's her username? Oh, Caroline.e54. Okay. www.snapchat.com slash and then go look at her 3 friends. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I knew who everyone was talking to.
Yeah, for sure.
Amazing.
Yeah.
They have nothing like it now.
No.
They've never heard of it. The three
No.
best friends.
Absolutely not. It's almost like it's giving MySpace. Oh, there was a time, I can't remember what app I saw that. I saw it on TikTok. I saw a TikTok about it, but I can't remember what app it is. It's like it's like a new update. When you go to that person's profile, it might be like Twitter or something.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to that person's profile, you can add a song,
What?
and that takes me back to MySpace.
Okay, I never had MySpace.
Oh my God, that made me just feel so old.
No, don't.
Oh my God.
But my mom
I'm gonna
didn't.
throw up. I'm going to physically hurl on this camera right now.
I didn't get Facebook until I was 13. Like,
I mean, same. Oh my God.
wait, so when did you have MySpace?
When,
How
I mean,
old were
like,
you?
not old enough.
Okay.
Definitely lied. 100% lied about my age. But like everybody lied about that. Oh my God. MySpace was like, oh my God, oh my goodness. Let me see if I can like go back in the archives. So you could go on MySpace and like, I'm so surprised I didn't get any viruses on my computer when I did this, because you could go on like go on Google and you can look up like MySpace wallpapers. Right? I mean, at this point, at like 8 years old, I'm coding at this point. So like MySpace wallpapers, and then you can download a wallpaper, and then you can go onto your MySpace, and then you can like enter the URL or like enter the code or like upload the picture or something like that. And then when you clicked on my MySpace profile, the whole background was whatever you wanted it to be. So it could be
Yeah,
like rainbows,
okay.
it could be glitter, like whatever, right? So we did that, and you could upload a song from like your iTunes or something. So then like, the so you could log on, and like one of the songs that like almost everybody had was I Can Make a Bad Rock Girl. You know what I mean? So like every time that you went on there, you were scrolling through their MySpace, you would have that on there, and then you would have best friends, but you could choose who your MySpace best friends were. And people got into fights, not like physical fights, but like altercations, being like, you took me off of your MySpace best friend list. Why did you do that? Like, oh, let me go look at Sophia's top 5 best friends. Oh, I'm not in the top 5. Something happened between Sophia and Brittany. Brittany's not a part of her literally tea. But then you had to call the house phone, because cell phones I guess they were a thing, but like you're in middle school, so not everybody had a cell phone in middle school. So like you had to call the landline and be like, can I speak? Hey, is Sophia home? Can I talk to her? And then you had to yell, don't get on the phone, I'm on the phone. And yeah, God.
So did your mom know you had a MySpace, or you did it
for
secretly?
sure, absolutely. She knew I had a MySpace. She knew that I had a lot of social media, but the thing, I was allowed to have social media, but she just had to have my passwords to everything.
Okay.
And she would do like random checks. So like she wouldn't tell me when she was going to. So she would just like randomly log on to my account and go through and like see who I was talking to, what I was saying, what I was posting, looking at, things like that. So I was definitely allowed to have, I had pretty free reign when it came to having a computer.
That's interesting. I don't know. I kind of thought that you would have to do it secretly. Like, I thought maybe your mom wouldn't be like super into it. My
Nope.
mom would not have. I mean, I don't, MySpace like just wasn't a conversation
Right.
for me, but like I know what it was. Like, I know everything about it. But we're only 2 years apart, which is like kind of weird. But it's
Right.
also like the area that you grow up in. Like, different things are more popular.
That's
Like,
true.
I don't know. I think I just missed out on that. But I did like secretly make a Gmail account, and I was had like Buzz Chat, which was like Gmail's like. It was
Oh,
almost like a
yeah.
Facebook. Yeah, like you could go and like
Right.
post statuses and like
I had the same thing.
that
Yep.
was really popular in my middle school. Like, that's all I wanted to be
Same.
on was Buzz Chat. Like,
Yeah,
a hundred
because
percent.
because of the fact that you couldn't be on Facebook. That was the way that y'all could chat with each
Yeah.
other was over GChat. And then I had an an AOL account, an
Oh, I know what that is. I didn't
AIM
have one,
and
but yeah.
AIM instant messaging. My AIM account, my username was dancing567.
I love
But it was
it.
like dancing DANCINGRL.
Oh,
Dancing girl
girl,
567. Yep.
girl.
Dancing girl 567.
There you go.
Yeah.
My Gmail username was boring. It was like SASA like 296 or something, just like boring AF. But I remember my
Right.
password was Paper Gangster because it was my favorite Lady Gaga song at the
Oh
time.
my goodness.
That's right.
My mind went
baddie.
to all I want to do is do. Ooh,
No,
hate
OG
your
Lady
name.
Gaga.
Love that.
Yeah, so every time I was on my monster, like my dad got me this Dell laptop that was like, I begged him for a laptop. He found it at his work. It was so old and so dead that it had to stay plugged in 24/7 because if it
Perfect.
unplugged, it died.
Yep.
And I would be in my bed secretly on this Dell laptop, like Gmail chatting away. And my mom would come in. I'd be like,
too.
quickly.
I had a Dell too, and it was pink. I will never
Aw.
forget. I got it for Christmas one year, and I was just because it was those freaking commercials. You remember that Dell commercial with all of the different? It was like the lollipop, with all the different colored laptops, and they had a pink one, and I begged my mom and dad for a pink one, and
You
they
know
got me a
what?
pink one.
That's like kind of crazy that Apple hasn't done colored laptops.
I know.
Now that I
They
think
just
about
have like
it.
the cases and stuff, which is fine, but it's
I
not
know.
the same.
Do you think you're gonna get the new iPhone?
No. I am gonna use this thing and run it into the ground. That's normally what I do. I wait until it starts glitching, and that's when I'm like, all right,
Yeah. Is your what number do you have now?
13, I think.
Oops, my Siri just went off for some unknown
Hello,
reason.
13 Pro Max, I think.
Okay, we must have the same one. I don't know, dude. Like, I want it just because it's new,
Right.
but my phone also feels like it's gonna blow up because I have 90,000 like pictures and videos and
Great,
like, oh
dang.
yeah, and I definitely don't update it like I need to because I have an
Right.
issue with change. Like, I don't want a different layout. Like, don't give me a new home screen. Like,
Right. I
do
don't
not
want
update
it.
my Instagram. Like, I do not have automatic updates on. Absolutely not.
I don't either.
I still have the Twitter app. Like, I don't have
Ooh.
X. Like, and now it doesn't work. Like, when I go on
Vintage.
it, like, all I can get are, like, recommended tweets. And then you
Ah.
click on it, it shows a tweet. And it's like, nothing else is loading.
Perfect.
But I get, like, so nervous about change. So I was just wondering how you felt about the iPhone.
Yeah, I just don't really. I just meh.
You'll get
I
it
don't really
when
care.
you
I don't
need
really
one.
care that much. Exactly. Like when it comes time for an upgrade, and when
Yeah.
it comes time that my phone doesn't hold a charge, it's glitching. That's when I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
it's time for an upgrade. But that's normally what I do. But I have a story.
Oh, tell me.
I wrote my first ever Yelp review,
Oh, good or
and it was
bad?
a bad one.
Ooh. Can we hear it word for word?
Yeah, I'll read it. I don't care.
Oh,
I
yeah.
will read.
Okay,
I
okay,
will
okay.
read the entire. Okay. Okay. So I went to Florida with my boyfriend for a little vacation,
Yes.
right? And it was mid. Not gonna lie to you. It was just like the whole thing. The whole thing was mid, and it wasn't a. Oh, where did the review go? Oh, here it is. Found it. It's a long one too. Look at
Ooh.
it. She's long.
Dang.
It was a long review. So, okay, so basically my I'll kind of do like a general synopsis of my vacation with Alex. So, our original plans that we were going to meet up with some people. I'm not going to, not going to drag them into it, whatever.
Yeah,
But
we should be dragging their names through the mud,
we should
anyways.
be, but it's okay. I don't want the drama, so I'm not going to do it.
Understood.
But they ended up canceling like a couple of days before we were like the whole plans that they had apparently, because there were some plans that I didn't know about. Um, and apparently they just canceled within a couple of days before we were supposed to leave. So where we were staying in Tampa was just at a very unfortunate location. I think that if we were to have stayed at a different spot, it would have been better. But the
Mm-hmm.
fact that it was at where it was at, it was very unfortunate. And it was definitely like it was due to unforeseen circumstances. So it's like completely out of our control. And it was too late to change the Airbnb. It was too late to change the flights. So we just kind of had to like do our own research and figure it out as we went. So one night we were trying to figure out what we were going to do for dinner, and he goes, "I'm in the mood for pizza." And I was like, "That sounds lovely. Like, I'm totally down for a pizza." But him and I are really into Neapolitan pizza.
Mm.
Big fan of Neapolitan pizza. So he just started like looking things up, and we found this place. It's called Viva Napoli,
Yum.
and it was
Too soon.
too soon. Yeah, it was. So we like looked at the reviews on like they have an average of like 4.5, 5 stars. Like, 4.5 out of 5 stars. So we had our expectations were very, very, very high. And, we read the reviews, and the people that did the 5-star reviews, they were like, "Oh, I've been in Naples and this pizza was just like the pizza that I had at Naples. Like, just absolutely amazing. You know, a perfect little taste of Italy." And Alex and I were like, "We're game. Let's go." Right. So, do you want? Okay, I'm just gonna read the review because the review goes into literally every single little detail
Oh,
about our
okay.
experience.
Perfect.
I put in all caps. I said, "If you have never been here, please read this review." In all caps to start. I said, "I have never left a review before, but after this evening, I felt compelled to. My boyfriend and I are visiting from out of town, and we were in the mood for Neapolitan style pizza. After Googling some places, we stumbled across this one. After reading the raving 5-star reviews, we were so excited to come and try. After looking at the menu, my boyfriend and I both ordered a salad with burrata cheese, a margarita pizza, and the pizza with prosciutto on top. When the salads came, let's keep in mind there were two like medium sized salads, like a little bit bigger than a side salad, but not enough to share with the other person, right? And my so where is it? Oh, when the salads came, my burrata cheese was frozen in the middle. Because burrata, when you cut it down the middle, it's supposed to be creamy and it's supposed to like trickle out almost.
Yeah,
That's the whole
delicious.
point of burrata cheese. I said when the salads came, my burrata cheese was frozen in the middle. I said almost like a slushy consistency, like it was freezer burned.
Yeah, like it's not fresh.
No, I was like, okay. It says on the menu fresh burrata, so I'm like, okay, so that's red flag number one. Did I eat it anyway? I did, because I was like, it doesn't taste bad, but I don't a slushy for cheese, a slushy and cheese just don't really mix together. And it was basically just like a bed of arugula with like a couple rotten grape tomatoes and this big blob of burrata cheese with like a pound of olive oil on top of it. I'm like, okay, perfect. I could like fry an egg on the amount of oil that's in this salad, but I
Mm.
digress. We were hoping for the pizza. When the pizzas arrived, the only good part about this review, I said when the pizzas arrived, the margarita pizza was great. Like the margarita pizza was fantastic. Like the basil was fresh. Like you pick it up and it doesn't flop over like other Neapolitan style pizzas do. The cheese was great. Like everything about it was fantastic. I said, however, the other pizza with the prosciutto was cold and the crust was rock hard. And I said, the most insane part of it all was when the check came. Guess how much it was? We got water, so we didn't get anything to drink. Tap water, not the bottled Pellegrino they tried to sell us. We got tap water, and we got two Neapolitan style pizzas. You know about the size of a Neapolitan style pizza.
Yeah.
And two small-ish side salads. Guess how much the bill was?
70 dollars.
It was $72.
That is quite a
Not
lot.
including the tip.
Yeah.
That is insane. That's highway freaking robbery.
I agree.
Like,
Especially for the issues that you guys had.
oh,
It's
for
even
sure.
worse.
Exactly. I said the most insane part of it all was when the check came. $72 for two salads and two pizzas without tip. We both come from the food service industry, so we are familiar with how restaurants price their menu items. Him and I were shocked. I understand that everything is expensive these days, but this was just too much money. We gave 3 stars due to the margarita pizza being fabulous and the fact that it was only one guy running the entire dining room and the to-go station. Needless to say, we will not be back. Because there was one guy, and I felt bad for him, because there was one guy that was doing everything. And whenever he did come to the table, he was very kind. He was very, like, every time that he went to a table, he didn't try and rush you to place your order.
Right.
But, like, I could tell that as soon as we finished ordering, like, he couldn't run away from the table fast enough.
Okay.
Kind of thing. And he was answering the phones, and he was manning to-goes. He was doing, and tending to the bar. Like, literally doing everything besides cooking. So, like, it was just, we saw at least 2 or 3 tables get up and walk out
Oh, because they just couldn't get served.
because they couldn't get served.
Now, did you tell them, like, this pizza sucks? Or, like, was there any comment about in person how bad it was?
No. It was very much like, because after the first bite, we were like, okay, maybe it was just that bite. And then we ate another one, and we were like, okay. It was one of those things that it's like him and I were both just so frustrated and so annoyed
Yeah.
that we were like, we're just gonna go.
Yeah.
Like we're just gonna go. I think we ended up getting the pizza to go, and we were like, maybe if we like stick it in the oven and like broil it, maybe like it'll get a little warmer, like the cheese will melt. But like everything that came on the pizza was like they like added stuff to it. They just like threw on like a bunch of cherry tomatoes on top of it that were rotten, and we were like,
I hate the frozen burrata part as well because
me
it's just
too.
like that's just it's not fresh. Like that
Right.
takes away from like the whole point of it being like not a delicacy, but like a cheese that you don't typically have. Like when you go to an
Exactly.
Italian restaurant, that's when you get burrata. Like I don't buy it at the store personally, but to know that it was just like sitting in their freezer for however long, and they
Yep.
just like thawed it out but didn't thaw it well enough, like that's disappointing. AF.
For sure. Yeah, I was very like him and I were both like we ate it anyway, but him and I were both very kind of like meh,
Yeah.
just disappointed. The margarita pizza was fantastic though,
Yeah.
but that's why we gave 3 stars because the service was good, decent
Yeah.
for the service that we did get. And another thing that I didn't like is that they had like a little buzzer on the table, and they said like, it was basically like a call button. So like if you needed service, you could like click, and
That's
it would
weird.
like and it would like buzz in the back.
That's weird.
For you to
I've
come up.
never... Am I lagging for you?
A little bit.
Yeah, me too. Well, yeah, I've never heard of a call button on a table at a restaurant.
I haven't either. It was definitely an experience.
Well,
But yeah. That was my Yelp review.
and that's your first and only?
My first and only Yelp review. I've never given another review.
Did anyone
before.
contact you? Typically they'll respond or like comment. Dang.
Nada. They only respond to the good ones.
Apparently. Well, besides that, did you ever like you have any fantastic food on your trip? Like other restaurants?
Well, we went to this one place. It was called Armature Works,
Okay.
and it was basically like an adult food court. So like, you know how some food courts have like a Chick-fil-A, Panda Express, like, like a pizza joint or whatever. They had like it was so freaking good. They had like poke and they had like sushi burritos and mac and cheese and dumplings and like a bunch of different like a smoothie bar and like a bunch of different stations. at this place, and we got to try a bunch of really good food, and the atmosphere was really, really cool. So
Mm-hmm.
that was like that part was like the only good part, the good part of the entire trip. And and
Dang.
he'll even agree too. Like, so it's not just me being a hater. Like, he will actually, like, I think it was the day that we were leaving. We were on the way to the airport, and him and I just kind of looked at each other, and we like pulled up into like the rental car like return lot, and he said, "Well," he goes, and I said, "I completely agree." I said, "This was very meh, very meh."
Yeah. But and there were things that were out of y'all's control as
Oh, for
well.
sure. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like, oh, well, you just could have made it better. Like find more things to do, like find more. But if you're going somewhere, planning on certain things, stuff falls through last minute, like that can be disappointing. And it's good of you to admit that it wasn't like the best freaking vacation ever and fake it for social media. Like it is what it
Exactly.
is.
Yeah, it was okay. I'm glad that we went because we got to spend time together, and it was our first vacation, so it went very, very well. But other than that, we'll probably not probably we'll never go back to Tampa.
Yeah, or like go somewhere surrounding where you're like on the beach or like somewhere in like
Yes.
a cute beach town.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Because we were like a good 30-45 minutes away from any decent beach.
Heck no. And that was because of your plans, right?
Yes, we
Okay.
chose the place. We chose the place based off of the plans that we had. And there was just like, and it was just too late to change anything.
Yeah.
So we were like, well, we might as well just like make the best of it, I guess, because there's nothing we can do about it now.
Right.
So,
Oh my gosh. Well, you came and you went. More vacations in the
yes.
future.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Um, I am trying to think. I didn't come prepared with like anything specific to talk about,
Oh, well then
but
here, I have something
oh, okay.
that we can chat about. Have you seen, okay, rage bait accounts on
Okay.
TikTok? Well, there are some accounts that I'm not sure if it's rage bait. You know what I mean by rage bait, right?
Like they do things the wrong way to like annoy people,
For
right?
sure. Like they do things on purpose
Yes.
to get the reactions from people to get more views. So they're like baiting people in by doing things on purpose. That is like they're doing things wrong on purpose.
Yeah.
They're like their behavior is just like I have a whole list
Oh,
of
okay.
accounts. I mean I didn't write them all down, but like I have like a list in my head. But there is one account that I wrote down because it makes me so mad every time I watch it, but I don't know if it's rage bait or not.
Ooh, okay.
Have you seen this account? It's a chef. I'm not sure if it's a girl or a guy who's the chef. I think it's a girl. I'm not sure, but there's this chef that makes these dinners, and like when I say like she, I'm just gonna say she. When I say that she's a chef, she's like a professional chef, right?
Okay.
And she makes her family, her mom and dad, these dinners, and like what she'll do is she'll like record a video of the actual dish, and then she will give the dish to her mom and dad, and then she will take a video of their reaction to like take some sort of notes or like some sort of feedback, like whatever the
Yeah.
case may be. This woman, this mom, it's the mom who will take but and has something to say about every single dish that she prepared. Like when I say like, well, the mashed potatoes were just like a little lumpy, and this just had like too much going on. Like I don't know what it is about this. It was just like it's okay. Like it's just okay. And then she pans over to the dad who has like both elbows on the table hunched over shoveling it in, being like this is the best thing in the world. It's so good. And he even says, he was like, he goes, hey, like, he goes, oh, you did a great job. This is so good. This is so good. And the mom's like, it's just, it's just okay. And it makes me want to punch my phone screen and like chuck my phone across the room and shatter it. It makes me so freaking mad. It
So
makes me
she's
so
like
upset.
constant, like she never has anything good to say.
Nothing good about it.
Ugh.
Nothing. Like and it's every single video. But then at the same time, it's like, now it's like my mom reacts to my new dish. Oh, like let's see what my mom's reaction's gonna be. It's my mom's reactions to this blah, blah, blah. So now I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, maybe they're taking it and they are full sprint with it.
Maybe.
Full sprint with the rage bait.
Because people are fighting in the comments about how she's
Oh,
a terrible person.
she gets millions of likes. Like,
Wow.
I think the last one that I saw had like 2.5 million likes, like 15,000 comments of people being like, I would never talk to my mom again. I would put her in a home.
Dang.
Like going in on this one. But I mean, I'll have to find the account and send it to you.
Yeah.
But it's like, and just go through and watch them, because the mom just has like this smug look on her face. And she's very like a chip on her shoulder kind of thing. Like every bite she takes and goes, well, and just like has to have some sort of criticism. Has to. And then people are coming after the dad, being like, why aren't you sticking up for your kid?
Yeah.
Like, why aren't you saying anything? Blah, 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 blah. And then the one that had like so many likes because he finally said, like, why don't you have anything nice to say? Or like, why don't you like it? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's like, it's really good. Like, I don't understand why you don't like it.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Things like that. So.
Weird. And so this woman is like an actual chef, like preparing
Yes.
them good food.
Like the presentation's great, seasoning looks good.
Yeah.
Like it looks like something that I would order at a restaurant. Like, it looks so freaking good.
There is an account that I texted my sister and I was like, dude, what's the account with the bad food? Mom and son. Because it says mom and son and they make the worst food. And I'm thinking, honestly, now that you mentioned rage bait, I'm like, this has got to be fake. She's going to have to text me back. Unless you know
Yeah.
it, say it.
I
But,
don't.
they do disgusting recipes like pineapple mayonnaise salad. Like she'll dice up a bunch of pineapples, coat everything in like mayonnaise with like some relish in there, or she'll do like literally like a jello mold with like Vienna sausage type beat. Like just the most disgusting, like what, and she's like, and this is what we have for dinner tonight, and like scooping it around, and it is like foul.
That's rancid.
I know, and I can't watch it because it actually makes me ill. Like that pineapple mayonnaise salad will haunt me for the rest of my life. Seeing that, oh God.
That has to be rage bait. Like at that point, it's just blatantly obvious.
But it's also like they could be the whitest people in the world. Like they are white, and like everything they're eating is like bland AF. Like chicken with salt. Like,
oh, good.
Like just like nasty, like pineapple mayonnaise salad. Like hello, that is like the most white thing ever.
Yikes.
So
yeah, like the raisins in the potato salad kind of vibe.
Yes, and so I wonder, like, are they doing it for fun now, or are they actually like tucking into this meal after? Like, can't wait.
That's got to be rage bait, because there are some dishes like Southern delicacies and like just random dishes that I think are just absolutely atrocious, but it's actually a thing. And like I've never heard of that before. Like the pineapple and mayonnaise, like that has to be rage bait at that point.
Oh God, makes me ill. I hate it.
There is this one account. I can't remember her name. Actually, I think I do. Her name is like Adrielle or something, like Adrelle or something like that.
Okay.
She is a live streamer. She's one of those people that like you scroll on your page, she goes, I'm live right now.
Is she vegan?
And yes!
Yep.
And she's like, I'm live right now. And if I'm twirling my hair, that means I like my co-host. I'm like, you're grown. You're grown.
She has children.
And she has children. And she is on, I will never forget, I was scrolling one day and I've blocked her at this point. I blocked her. But now people are like coming on and like talking about her again because she did something stupid. But she came on and she was like, and it was like a video or whatever. It's like promoting her live. And she was like bent over the counter, like face down, booty up kind of vibe, like leaning over on the counter. And she was saying like, she was saying like Gen Alpha slang.
Yes,
Like slang for sticking
Riz,
out my gut for the Rizzler.
Rizzler.
I'm like, I have never seen somebody over the age of 12 use that seriously. So I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, who is your target audience? Children? People your children's age?
Mm.
I'm like, who who or who are you trying to attract? I'm like, rent cannot be that high. It can't. Like, rent cannot be that high for you to be doing all that. That's crazy.
It's definitely disgusting, and I think her poor son, like, he's probably so embarrassed. Like, kids
Can't
these
even
days
imagine.
they're vile. They're so mean. Like, they will
Yes.
go on the internet and find stuff about you and throw it back in your face in school the next day. Like, if
Oh,
my
for
mom
sure.
was on there saying sticking out my yacht for the Rizzler, you're so skibbity, you're so blah, like,
Oh my god.
I would I would do something drastic.
Honestly, just the best way that I can describe it, just that whole I feel like that whole generation is just like brain rot. Like
I think the live thing is brain rot. Like these
that too.
like streamers, like she literally like claims this is like I don't know. It's not maybe it's not more so about how she claims it's her job. I think it's just the job itself. Like they're sitting on there basically begging people for money to do these battles,
Yes.
like back and forth like come on guys, come on guys, come on guys. I don't know. To me personally like it doesn't sit right. And it's weird
No.
when you do those videos like if I'm twirling my hair right now, it means I'm talking to my crush. Or like everyone come wish me luck. I'm gonna tell my crush I like him tonight. Like yeah, it's just weird.
The second that
I
that
hate to say
pops up
it.
on my For You page, I block them.
Oh yeah.
The second I do it. And then I was scrolling today, and a live stream popped up on my For You page. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, regardless if TikTok is a children's app or not, there's children
Yeah.
on that app, regardless of what age you're so legally allowed to have have the TikTok app. This girl had the camera with her knees up. It's almost like if, we were on FaceTime and I decided to spread my legs
Uh-huh.
towards the camera, except the camera wasn't on my poot nanny. It wasn't down there. My coochie. It wasn't down there, but it was basically like a half an inch above. And
Yeah.
she had her arms down in the middle of her legs, and she's making suggestive noises. And I'm
And
sitting
it's
here thinking, I'm like,